Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be reviewing the Beatrix armless armchair. I'm just joking about the armless armchair concept because this is a vintage looking comfortable armchair without armrests. Let's dive in. The Beatrix armchair is quite compact. It's just 72 centimeters in width, 84 centimeters in depth. The back is 89, very comfortable on your back, and the height of the seat is 42 centimeters, which is pretty standard, the height of the seat, which is the same height as most of comfortable sofas. Let's try it. I very much like it. It gives a firm but bouncy support thanks to a high density polyurethane. It's density 35, which means that 1 cubic meter of this material weighs 35 kilograms. So it's firm, but slightly bouncy, and this is what I like. Of course, below the polyurethane, there's a wooden structure, which is then supported by these hairpin feet. This is just a detail, really, but it gives the feel, an overall feel to the armchair, and this is why I define it as vintage armchair, because this is a vintage detail. Of course, you don't have armrests, and so you can't lie on the side or things like that, but it's very comfortable. It gives you, it kind of suggests that you would rest your back below, but you're not just, you don't sit in a way that you could define it as being too informal. So it gives a nice support to the lower part of the back, thanks to this cushion. And it really supports my shoulders. I'm 185. Of course, I cannot rest my neck, but it's very, very comfortable. It could be used in formal situations where I have tea with a friend in a formal situation, or it's also good for relaxing, chilling out, having conversation, or reading a book. So we rotated it a bit to show you the side of the Beatrix armchair. I very much like the design. It's all rounded, and the contrast, I would say, between the high back, which we remember is 89, and the low seat, which is 42, without the presence of armrests, creates a nice design. I very much like it. And it also has a good dialogue, I would say, with the hairpin feet, because you see the one in the front is straight, the one in the back is slightly angled to follow the curve of the back. Very good looking, in my opinion. The cover can be made in fabric, faux leather or leather, all the materials of our collections, and the fabric is removable. So you can remove it and wash it, and depending on the fabric that you choose, you might have to bring it to the dry cleaning, or you can wash it in your home. Here is the back cushion. It does simply rest on the seat, and so it's easy to move it around. Let me try it without the back cushion. It's not bad either. I can imagine that someone very tall might want to try it out without the back cushion. Anyway, I prefer it with the back cushion, which gives more support on the lower back. And here you have the simple zipper, and you can remove the fabric. The inside is feathers, and it's reasonably heavy for its material, and so it stays stable when you put it in its place. This very armchair has been upholstered with special fabrics. These are Chanel and Gabrielle. They are new entries in our collection. They are manufactured in Tuscany, in a factory with which we collaborate. And this is a bouclé. And it is both these fabrics are made up by multiple fibers. You have linen, you have cotton, you have wool, you have polyester, and you can see that they actually put together multiple fibers and multiple colors. This is a very interesting bouclé because it has an overall scheme with these tiny rectangles. Here you see like dark gray, black, and cream white, and then you have spots and flocks and details of multiple colors, which makes it very interesting. You don't have many colors in these collections, but they're all very interesting indeed. And here you have the Gabrielle fabric, which I find it amazing because it actually puts together multiple colors and these peculiar shapes. Of course, it is so strong in its personality that you don't normally use it on all items, but you use it for decorative cushions or for decorative parts of a main item. So it is to be spared and not to be used too much, but they create a nice match. More about the hairpin feet, because they are available in two finishes, which are bronze and dark grey, anthracite grey. So we've come to the end of today's product review of the Beatrix armless vintage armchair. I hope that you liked it. If you liked it, please consider subscribing to the channel, and see you next time. Ciao!